Now, a pregnant woman has been left stunned after a male passenger demanded proof that she was expecting a baby as she sat down in a priority seat. Now, the woman was on a tube train in London and she was wearing a baby on board badge, which obviously is intended to let your fellow passengers on public transport know that you might be in need of a seat without that embarrassing thing of people trying to guess if you're pregnant or not. But I suppose you wouldn't expect anybody to ask you to prove it, would you? I was quite surprised at this story.
Well, I think it was because somebody got up and off and another lady was about to get into the seat, and then this woman came up and went, "Excuse me," like this. So the woman let her sit down and the guy sitting next to her said, "Well, where's the baby?" Because she wasn't visibly pregnant. And I kind of get that, because I think if you're heavily pregnant, I think it's common sense. If I see a heavily pregnant woman, or even visibly pregnant, absolutely she's got my seat. But pregnancy is not a disability. And I don't feel that if you are in the very early stages, so maybe, you know, this woman said, "Well, I've got terrible morning sickness, I should be given a seat." Well, if you get on in the morning and you're premenstrual, or you're feeling, you know, you're recovering from flu, you know, are we all going to be wearing badges saying, "I need a seat because of this"? Yeah, it's not a disability. So
no, but I suppose if you're pregnant, aren't you? There's not, you know, if you get the baby on board badge, it's just you're pregnant.
But you don't need to show any medical proof. So we could go, you know, I could go and get, well, it would be a miracle birth now, obviously, but I could go and get a baby on board badge and use it to get myself a seat when I'm not actually pregnant. So I think because you couldn't see, this guy just said, "Well, where's the baby?"
It's just about etiquette and decency, and, you know, we're just aggressive when we travel. I mean, I lived in London for a long time, and I have to say, travelling on the tube, you have to kind of, like, really prepare yourself emotionally, physically. You've got to... And it just feels so aggressive, and I think people are... It's cutthroat. It's cutthroat commuting in London.
Yeah, you say London, I think that's anywhere where people are commuting.
Yeah.
I think when you're going to work in the morning, you know, people, they know which carriage to get into, where to stand on the platform, where to stand on the bus stop, you know, what seat they like to have. I think everyone's very kind of tunnel-visioned.
Yeah, we do that. Well, because I come up here every Monday morning, I get that 6 o'clock train. And I know the carriage I want to sit in, which is the quiet one. And I always aim for the same seat. And if anyone's in it, I want to kill them.
It's like your seat.
I need a badge.
Like, you need a badge saying, "I'm Colleen."
I need a badge saying I'm not pregnant, but give me a seat anyway.